An Indian Air Force AN-32 transport aircraft crashed near the Air Force station in Jorhat, Assam today morning, triggering a major emergency response at one of the key military air bases in the northeastern region. The aircraft reportedly went down while attempting to land at the airbase, raising immediate concerns about possible casualties and damage. According to the officials and the initial defense reports, the aircraft was on a routine transport mission when the incident occurred, and during its final approach for the landing, the aircraft encountered an unspecified issue, after which it lost control and went down within the airbase premises. Soon after the crash, a fire was reported at the site with thick smoke seen rising from the airfield. Visuals and videos from the area later surfaced on social media, showing emergency activity and smoke emanating from the crash site. Following the incident, the Indian Air Force and the local authorities immediately activated emergency protocols. Firefighting teams, rescue units and Air Force personnel were rushed to the location in order to control the blaze and secure the crash site. The area was quickly cordoned off and movement was restricted to authorized personnel as operations began to assess the situation and search for any survivors. The Indian Air Force confirmed that an AN-32 aircraft had met with an accident at the Jorhat Airbase, but stated that details regarding the cause of the crash, the number of personnel on board and possible casualties were still being ascertained. The reports also suggest that the aircraft may have caught fire either during landing or shortly after touchdown, although this has not been officially confirmed by the authorities. There are unverified reports indicating that the pilot may have lost his life in the crash, but the Air Force has not issued any official confirmation regarding fatalities or injuries. The status of other crew members, if any, were on board, remains unclear as rescue and recovery operations continue at the site. Senior Air Force officials are expected to visit the crash site once it is declared safe for a detailed inspection. A formal court of inquiry is likely to be initiated in order to determine the exact cause of the accident, including whether it was the result of a technical malfunction, operational failure, or other factors. Investigators are also expected to examine flight data, maintenance logs, and eyewitness accounts in order to reconstruct the sequence of events leading to the crash. The AN-32 aircraft is a widely used workhorse of the Indian Air Force transport fleet deployed for logistics, troop movement and supply missions, particularly in remote and difficult terrains such as the Northeast. Its involvement in this crash once again highlights the operational challenges faced by the military transport aircraft operating in demanding environments. And this incident has added to the concerns over aviation safety within military operations, especially in light of previous aircraft mishaps in the region. However, officials have urged caution and advised against speculation until a full investigation is completed and verified findings are released. And as of now, the Indian Air Force has stated that further details will be shared once the situation becomes clearer and the ongoing rescue and assessment operations conclude. The focus remains on securing the crash site, supporting emergency response efforts, and determining the cause of the accident. Authorities are expected to release an updated official statement in the coming hours as investigations continue at the Jorhat Air Force Station. Notably, in a significant development, an Indian Air Force AN-32 transport aircraft crashed near the Air Force Station in Jorhat, Assam today, while attempting to land at the airbase, triggering an immediate emergency response at the military installation. The aircraft was on a routine transport mission when it reportedly faced an issue during its final approach and went down within the airfield premises. Following the crash, a fire broke out at the site with thick smoke seen rising from the airbase area. Emergency response teams, including firefighting units and Air Force rescue personnel, were quickly deployed in order to control the blaze and secure the crash site. The area was cordoned off and operations were launched in order to assess the situation and determine whether any survivors could be rescued. The Indian Air Force confirmed that an AN-32 aircraft had met with an accident at the Jorhat Airbase, but stated that details regarding the cause of the crash, the number of personnel on board and possible casualties were still being ascertained. The reports also suggest the possibility of a fire occurring either during landing or immediately after touchdown, though this has not been officially verified. There are unconfirmed reports indicating that the pilot may have lost his life, but no official confirmation of casualties or injuries has been issued so far. The status of other crew members remains unknown as rescue and recovery efforts continue at the site. Senior Air Force officials are expected to visit the crash location for a detailed inspection once it is safe. and a formal inquiry is likely to be initiated in order to determine the cause of the accident, including whether it was due to a technical fault or operational issue. Investigators will also examine flight data and maintenance records as part of the probe. The AN-32 is a key transport aircraft that is used extensively by the Indian Air Force for logistics and supply missions, especially in remote and difficult terrain areas like the Northeast. And this incident has once again highlighted the risk that is associated with the military aviation operations. The Air Force has said that further details will be shared as the investigation progresses and rescue operations conclude. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.